welcome or welcome back. My name is Melissa, and if you are new here, I'm so glad that you stopped by. Today, we are doing this. Cannot wait. You guys knew it was gonna happen. For those of you that do not decorate around this time for Christmas, totally fine. Either don't watch this video at all or watch it for inspiration, or just keep it in a safe place so that you can come back and watch it when it is time for you to put up your decorations. So yesterday, Sam helped me put the tree up. That way I would not have to waste time doing it today by myself, and I could just kind of go full throttle into the day and get as much done as I could. So I'm going to walk around here, just kind of show you what I've got going on. I have a very, very bare slate right now. Feels very strange, but I've got everything like wiped down, cleared off. I've got all of the fall taken down, and we just have a blank slate to work with. So I've got my Christmas planner out with all my inspiration. You guys know I do a ton of DIY around here, so that is coming, some maybe in this video, definitely in the next video. Today might just be like me getting the basics down, like the tree up, the garlands out. I definitely want to do the fireplace. We have small group on Wednesday, so I kind of have to have this area cleaned up by then. And so I'm going to be very intentional about not like making a ginormous mess to then have to live in and clean up, like I said, by Wednesday. So let's walk around here. Let's talk about what we've got going on, and then we will get at it. Here is the kitchen, obviously, but it is very, very bare from what you guys have been seeing. So I took down, like I said, all of the fall. So this is just very much waiting for what is going to go in this area. I have a DIY for this area, and I really, really hope that it works. And so stay tuned. I'm not even gonna tell you. I'm super excited about it. I actually found it this morning at Savers. It's, like I said, gonna be a little bit of a DIY, but I really think that it's gonna be pretty. I kept these candles out just because I'm not sure yet if I'm going to use them in the DIY. I need to see kind of how that all plays out. And then we've got our Christmas planner over here, of course, with our inspiration. This needs to go back to Lincoln for my mother-in-law. Okay, so over here, I talked to you guys a little bit last week or week before about what I wanted to do with these branches. So there's so much that I want to talk about in this area, but let me focus on the two main things. The frame around my art, I am not loving the color of, that is. I feel like it either needs to be like bare wood, which would mean I would just sand it down to the raw wood, or I need to paint it black. But if I paint it black, I feel like that is too matchy-matchy right there, and you guys know I can't stand matchy-matchy. Plus, my vase is black. So then the other thing was, okay, well, maybe I paint it gold, or maybe I do like black, but then like a bunch of rub and buff all over it to give it like a very antique look. Because I just feel like things are getting lost. Like there's the wood table, the rattan chair, the wood calendar, which is that the right date? Yes, it is. Okay. No, it isn't. What is today? let's see, today's the 4th. So I just feel like my kind of weave is getting a little bit lost, and it doesn't have the appropriate frame to highlight the actual weave itself. I feel like you see the frame before you see the weave, if that makes any sense. So that's not going to get done today, but it is going to get done. And the reason that I talk about that is because that is going to hinder what I do with my sticks over there, my branches. Because I had talked a couple weeks ago or last week about painting them gold. And then I showed you guys those little green ornament balls that I was going to hang from here, which I still very much am going to hang the ornaments from. However, I'm trying to decide if I want to paint the branches or leave them alone, because if I have a black frame with gold on it, then I don't know that I want to paint the branches gold, because then we're back to the matchy-matchy, you know what I mean? Whereas if I just leave them rough like they are right now, then that brings in a whole nother element as well, like a very outdoorsy, a very natural, and then we'll have the bulbs on there. So that's kind of where I am at right now, is to just leave them the way that they are and then address the frame. Plus, those will stand out against the frame as well. So that is, that's kind of where my mind has been going this morning as I've been kind of cleaning up around here and figuring out what I want to do. But we've got this area to do as well. That's not the only thing that I do on that buffet, but that is definitely a big piece of it. We've got the table here to decorate and put something on. Let's see, over here we've got the island that we need to address, and my candle, I apparently bumped it the wrong way when I was wiping everything down, because now it's on. So we will deal with that area, and then over here we've got this that we need to decorate. And let's see, all of this. I love the books, and I desperately want to keep the books. And I am hoping that I can, but what I am nervous about is that once I get my garland up here, it is going to just be too much, and that it might just need to be the candles. I am so very hopeful that that is not the case, but when you have that up there, and then you've got the tree back here, and then when we add the garland, I just don't know if it's going to make it all too heavy. You know what I mean? So we're going to toy with that, and then we have the coffee table. I got it all wiped down, cleaned off. I have everything taken off that I was not planning on using, and I left the things that I think I might be using. And so we will kind of see how that turns out. But this is basically our blank slate for the day and the evening. It's probably going to take me that long. It's currently 3 o'clock. I had some appointments this morning that I needed to go to. And so I am getting a late start on this, but I think we can definitely knock a few things out and just start this process and just kind of chip away at it a little bit at a time. That's why I start right now, because I do so many DIYs, and if I were to wait until December to do all of this, it would be like, why bother? Like, I have like 2 weeks left to look at all of this. So I've always started early. I know it's not for everybody, and like I said in the beginning, that's fine. If you want to table this video and come back and watch it later, you can. If you want to watch it now for inspiration, you can. Do what you want to with this video, but just know that I am glad that you're here regardless of when you watch this. All right, I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to grab the garland for the mantle, and I am going to put all of that together, and we'll see how it turns out. We'll see if the books get to stay or if they need to wait until January to come back out, but they will be coming back out at some point. And we'll get that knocked out, and then we'll move on to the tree, because I want to get like the two big main things done for sure today. That way I know that the bulk of my clutter, if you will all be put away by Wednesday, because I don't want to be like rushing around Wednesday afternoon. Things are a mess. You get the drill. So, all right, let me run down, get that, and then I'll meet with you after I get the garland up on the mantle. All right, so the books will return in January. For the girth of this garland, we can't even see the books. So that's fine. We will just remove the books. We'll do the candles only, and it will be great. So I'm going to go ahead, get this all taken down, put together, and then we'll regroup. All right, so a lot of time has passed since we last talked. It is 10:49. The kids came home. Christian fell asleep on the couch doing homework, And so it was just very hard for me to film, and I wanted him to be able to sleep because he was up really late last night doing a project. Chloe had homework. It just, my afternoon did not allow for a lot of filming, but I did try to show you the things that I was doing, but I wasn't able to talk. So sometimes it'll be that way, most of the time it will not. But I did want to walk around and show you what I did get accomplished. I did not get the tree done. However, there's a reason. So my sister asked if she could come over tomorrow and help me decorate the tree, which actually would be phenomenal because she can just be handing me ornaments on the ladder and I don't have to get up and down and up and down. And so that will actually work out perfect. So because of that, I decided to do some of the other decorating around here and get all of that knocked out. So let's walk around. I'll show you what I did today. All right, let's start out right here. So I showed you these bells and I got them from Amazon last year, but they're linked in my Christmas Amazon storefront. They're still available this year, it looks like. But I cut off the like rope thing that comes on here, I don't know what you call it, the rope tie or whatever. And I put ribbon on it instead. I just think that they look so much more classy. I'm not really into the farmhouse vibe anymore. That used to 100% be my thing, but that is not really my thing anymore. And so I just thought that the ribbon looked a lot more classic and just kind of more fitting for our home. And then over here, oh, I forgot to put that book away. I got the garland done and I was going to put some ribbon in there and whatever, but I just feel like this is all that it needs. It's very full. I got the eucalyptus strands in there. And honestly, I don't feel like it needs anything else. I think if I were to add anything else to this, it would actually take away from the beauty and the simplicity that currently is right now. So that is why I left it alone. I got my candles put back up where they need to be, and it's obviously late enough that the candles have shut off, but that one has not shut off yet, and I'm wondering if maybe it got bumped when I was putting them back, but we'll find out in the morning if I wake up and it's still on. But that is how that turned out. I think it's gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I think it makes just enough statement in this room. Then down here on the coffee table, I'm not 100% finished with this yet, but this is where I'm going to end for the day. I just have a bowl of ornaments here that I've collected over the years. I need to put little ties on these, probably black. I think we'll see. I might swap a couple of these out for this color so that it's not just all gray, but we'll see what tomorrow brings. I'm not sure if I am loving the greenery in there. Let me know in the comments below what you think. I don't know. There's a part of me that likes it. There's a part of me that isn't in love with it. And I'm thinking maybe I just leave it bare. I'm not sure. We'll see. Then we've got all of our Gibby and Libby books that I do every year at the end of the season. And so these are just fun to go back and look at, but we always have these out on the coffee table. And then over here, I've got my snuffer and my matches. And then I actually ended up deciding to put this on the coffee table and then use it to put my candles inside. I always find different candles that have like different colors and whatever, and they don't always match my decor. And so I like to put them inside of a container that goes with my decor. And so I feel like this is going to be that place this season. I am debating on putting like a ribbon around it or something. I feel like it definitely needs something. So that is still kind of in the making, but this is where we landed for today. Obviously the tree is not done, which means the couch is off center and all of the things, but that will be getting done tomorrow. And then over here in the entryway, I just brought in my vase that is normally on my couch tables, and I just placed that there, and then went ahead and put in some strands of garland and called it a day. This actually needs to be over a little bit, I think. There we go. And I think that's probably how I'm going to leave that. I don't know. We'll see how it looks in the morning in like the light. But for right now, that is what we've got going. And then over here in the kitchen, this is how this turned out. I absolutely love how the tree turned out. It's amazing to me that that looked 100% different prior to that, but I think that this is just a total win and I'm obsessed with it. I put one reindeer there this year. I think last year I had two, and then I kept my candles there and my little salt and pepper shaker. And then I have not done anything in the back yet. We will do that tomorrow. I've got like a DIY that I was telling you about for some things that I found at Savers today. And then over here, I went ahead and added some greenery in the pot that was originally there. And then I just put this little candle stand here to elevate that up. And I feel like that is just the perfect amount for this table. These ornaments right here are little picture frames that I got this year. These are also in the storefront. And they are ornaments that you can put pictures in. And so I thought that it would be a really cute idea to go back and find all of the kids' pictures with the elves every year to just see how they have grown up. Because at the end of every year, we take a picture of the kids holding the elves. We've done it since the beginning of the elves. And so I just thought that that would be really cute. And then it came with this red ribbon, and I'm going to hang these on the Christmas tree. So I need to get the pictures printed so that I can do that. And then I was toying with the idea of putting these on here, but I don't like that. So let's take this off. That way I don't forget it over here. But friends, I do not like the green bulbs. As obsessed as I was with them in the box, I just don't think it's the vibe of my house. I just feel like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like me. And so I think I need to return them and find something that is either cream or gold for that space, but sadly those are not it. And I really wanted to like them, but I can't. So tomorrow I will take those down, get those ready to return to Amazon. If the weather permits, I am going to do the frame, but it rained all day here today. It's actually still raining. And I think, if I remember right, there is rain in tomorrow's forecast as well. So we will see how that turns out. But yeah, the green bulbs need to come down and we need to regroup. I brought out my bell again this year. I love this thing. I got this last year from Savers, and it just reminds me of like growing up, and you would go into the stores and they would have that bell that they, you know, rang to collect the money and the whole thing. it just is very nostalgic for me. So that is why I love that so much. But this is what we currently have going on. And I feel like even having started at like 3 o'clock today, I feel like we've made really, really good progress. And I can wake up in the morning and know that a lot of this is done and I don't have total chaos in here. Like I don't have bins and buckets and, you know, whatever just strung all over my house. I think that it's really important to not go into decorating with like big black trash bag energy and just throw everything all over everywhere, and then you're just left with total chaos. And it's a lot harder to focus that way and to kind of know what you want to do and know how to plan, and it feels a lot for me when I go about it that way. And so I'm kind of proud of myself for not doing that today, and we can still live in this house and not feel like it threw up all over us. So it is 10:59 and I've got to get some sleep so that I can wake up and show you all of the rest of this tomorrow. If you hung out with me all day today, I would love it if you would let me know by leaving the word leaves in the comments down below, and that way I know who I got to hang out with. All right, friends, until next time, remember to be intentional about what is important and necessary and eliminate all of the rest. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.